Hi guys, this is Wattsy playing Boom Beach, and today we're going to be taking on an operation attack. We're going to be soloing Atlas on Operation Mambo, I think it is. So I'm going to need to boost up my health, boost up my damage, and I think just for safety I'm going to boost up one more damage. In fact, no, I'm not. I'm just going to go all out, go for all damage, and let's boost all our gunboat energy as well, because we're going to need to take out some buildings first. And obviously we're only a 5-man task force. Let me just show you our task force. So we are high voltage, and there's 5 members, obviously 5 out of 5, and we are currently, where are we? We're 88 at the moment, and we will be moving up to the top 50. Don't you worry about that, so keep an eye out for us. Right, so we're currently taking on Mambo, and we've taken on pretty much Mambo all the time, taking on Sour Grapes. Sour Grapes is a very hard one to finish on a 5-man task force, but as you can see, most of the time we take Mambo out. Don't bother looking at those ones those ones there. Some of those we didn't. We've had, the thing is, you make one mistake and that's it really. So anyway, we've got Atlas to solo, so I'm going to show you how to do this. Now this is pretty much what your map's going to look like. Obviously there are some variations, so what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to attack from the I don't know. I'm going to attack from the left hand side, only because the boom cannons I'm not too bothered about. It's the shock launchers I'm more worried about. So I don't know whether to take out all the shock launchers or not. In fact, now looking at this level, I'm actually overthinking this level. It's a really easy one to do, and I need to make sure my troops are finished before even thinking about attacking, so I better do that now. Let's just finish those off, and I'm on the wrong thing. So we've got Atlas here again. Right, so what am I going to do? I've either got to take down the boom cannons or I've got to take down the shock launchers. Now I think realistically it's probably going to be more beneficial to get rid of the shock launcher, only because the boom cannons I can destroy pretty quickly, whereas the shock launchers, if I leave those, then I've got to throw down 2 shocks each time, whereas if I take out the shock launchers, then I only need to throw 1 shock on the shock launchers. Okay, so we're going to attack this now, and I'm going to take down these shock launchers first with, I think, 6 artilleries. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to throw down 5. I'm going to throw down 6. And then I'm just going to try barrage because it's cheaper than 1 artillery. There we go. So we've taken that out. So that's good. Now we are going to attack on the front side around here, because then we're going to take the stuff out in the middle, which is what we want. I can keep those shock launchers shocked. That's not a problem. So I'm just going to deploy them in a little spread, and I'm going to throw a shock down on the shock launchers. I'm going to leave the boom cannons because I don't really care about those. In fact, what I'm going to do is chuck some critters down where the boom cannons are, get them to turn around away from my heavies, and we're going to shock the boom cannons again, and we better take this down. I'm going to be really annoyed if we don't. So we're going to shock the shock launchers again, and now we're going to shock that rocket over there because that shock launcher's going down. Right, so we're definitely taking this down. Let's just throw some barrages down, artilleries, there we go, taking it down. So that's pretty much how you solo Atlas. And I think what I'm going to do is show you some other attacks from this task force on this run. So what we're going to show you, so we've got Lele Man, or Lily Man, I can't remember, but he's used hookah to take down tonnage. So let's have a quick look at this, see how he's done it. Obviously you can see a lot of mines in this level, and God, those missiles do a hell of a swerve, don't they? So he's gone for the rocket launchers first, so I'm just going to 4 times this. Right, so the rocket launchers are down. Yeah, so he's going to go up the right hand side, he's going straight for the rocket launchers, which will probably shock, yeah. So he's taking those down, gets a load of free gunboat energy. Because you'd be silly with Hooker not to take it while it's there, because he's probably going to need some shocks and stuff like that, or maybe artilleries to take down the shock launchers, even though the shock launchers won't actually be in range. So it'd be probably a good idea to take the mines down, but no, he's just used them for smokes. So now if it was me, I'd be shot. Yeah, I'd shock those flamethrowers, because they can start ripping up your Zookers in no time. So he did really well there, didn't lose many troops, and that was really good. So let's go and look at Nong. He attacked XL and he used skank attack. So that's 4 boats of Scorchers, 4 boats of tanks. It's a very good attack strategy. The only problem is it's very slow. So I'm going to 4 times this. I've used this attack many times, and one of the main problems is you forget about the time limit that you have. So yeah, so let's watch this and see how he gets on. Obviously you can just run through the mines, that's not a problem. And the other issue you've got is you haven't got medics for the tanks. So anyway, he's ripping up some of the rocket launchers, some of the cannons. But one thing is, if you leave the Scorchers too long with the cannons and stuff like that, they will get ripped up, especially on operations, because the boost is really high. So I mean, you might be talking 150%, maybe even 200% on some occasions. And so that's 3 shots on a normal base per 1 shot on here. So you know that's a lot less that your Scorchers can actually take. So let's have a look at JD. He attacked Assembly, and I didn't really look at this level. This is one of the levels I hate. I hate doing this level, and I don't know why. It just seems more daunting than any other level. But anyway, he's coming along here, taking out the rocket launchers, probably take out some of the sniper towers as well. I haven't watched him do this replay yet, and if it was me, I'd probably miss out those cannons. I'd actually smoke round them into the corner where the shock launchers are, which is actually what he's doing now. So yeah, that's very good plan. But it's that flamethrowers you need to be watching out for, because they will destroy you. I mean, look, all those tanks in the red now, but luckily he's taken out all the flamethrowers. It's only the rocket launchers left, but he seems to be doing quite well. We already know he takes the level down, and it seems to be quite lucky actually. I think if he didn't have as much, if he'd lost a couple more tanks, I don't think he'd have done it, but he actually did really well there. I definitely wouldn't have smoked myself into there, so probably I would have failed that level. And the last one was Bruce. Bruce is also a YouTuber. His channel is High Voltage. In fact, he's in my featured boomers section, so if you want, go and check him out. I recommend you do. He's got some really good videos. I know he's got a very hectic schedule at the moment, so he's not uploading videos all the time, but the videos he does upload are absolutely brilliant quality. Loads of information in them, and yeah, he's just a really cool guy. So anyway, he's using tank medic here. Just going to speed him up because tanks are really slow. So he's coming up here. He's probably going to take that cannon out. And I'm sure I realised then when I clicked on it, he lost no troops. So that's really cool, especially considering the cannons that are about and stuff. So he's flaring over to this side, which, to be honest, none of that can really damage him. So I'm not surprised they didn't lose any troops. You've got the sniper towers, which after a while can damage you a lot, but he's still got all his medics. The mortars are quite deadly because they don't half-pack a punch, especially when they're boosted up, and especially when you've got like 6 of them firing at you. But you can see here the health on the core is going down pretty rapidly. So yeah, this is obviously where he takes it out. So let's go down to 1 times, and here it goes. Boom. And there we go. That's how you solo the whole of XL with a 5-man task force. I must say, I don't want to do these too often because we don't want to give away the ways that we take down these bases. Not really, especially as we're looking to go for the top 50. Anyway guys, really hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you again soon. Cheers.